Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. This is my 1 week review with the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. Now, I prolonged doing this because this phone is so awesome that I decided to just keep using it because for one reason the battery is still not dead after 7 or 8 days of use, 7 days of since the last time I charged it, I believe. I'll look in there. Let me explain the crack first. I know you guys see that crack at the bottom, like, whoa, the screen's cracked. So all that happened was on Sunday, I was getting out into the car and I had sweats on and the phone slid out of my pocket at about 3 feet and it just shattered, man. I joked about it before I picked up the phone. I said, I hope it survived the drop test, and it didn't. But ironically, there's nothing on the body of the phone. There's no nicks. It's in flawless condition on the metal portion. Just the screen portion is totally shattered there, and it landed right here and it spiraled up, as you can see. You can see that crack. But I kept using it, and I put a little piece of a screen protector on the bottom so I don't scratch my hands up when using it, and I'll probably take that off and put a little bit higher piece. But other than that, the phone still works. The screen, everything is good on it. Now I've put Nova Launcher on here while using it. I'm probably gonna put a clear screen protector over this too. But nonetheless, the phone still works. And let me tell you, let me start with the obvious here, the battery life. I've been taking screenshots, but I was like, I better get this video out before they think I'm lying. So let's just go straight to the battery. So this is how long it's been since I've charged the phone. 6 days, 21 hours, and 20 minutes. That's incredible. I have not charged this phone since then. That's how long it's been since I charged the phone. And my screen on time is 7 hours and 20 minutes. And I probably could have had more than that if I took like a day off or whatever. And I was like, you know, I scratched this phone up. I broke the phone, so I don't want to, cut my hand or anything. But here's the history. As you can see here, I want to go here to let you know there is nothing down there with the charge. So as you can see, I used it heavily at the beginning, but then when it cracked on Sunday, I kind of put it down. I kind of stopped using it. I was like, but I don't want to cut my hand. I thought, wait a minute, just put a piece of a screen protector on the bottom. So I cut a piece off, and then I started using it again. But as you can see, it was on mobile signal most of the time. I wasn't using Wi-Fi, and then I turned on Wi-Fi on and off. But overall, this phone has been awesome. The battery life is ridiculous with this phone. I've never had a phone go 7 days, and I still have 33% left. I mean, how much longer can this phone go? I was actually using the phone on Cricket because I was getting 4G LTE on Cricket and on T-Mobile. And again, this is the global version, so if you hit the link in the description and get the global version, don't let me dropping the phone deter you from not buying this phone. That doesn't mean that the phone is bad. It just landed in the right spot. Any phone can crack if it lands in the right spot. But starting with the obvious there, the battery is sick. It is sick, man. I mean, the Snapdragon 625 with 4 gigs of RAM coupled with a 5,300 milliamp hour battery is ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I never had a phone go this long. I'll probably be able to use this phone for a week. Now, granted, like I said before, I used it less after I cracked the screen because I didn't think, okay, just cover that area. But I'm using it again, and I'm gonna put my Cricket SIM card back in here because I took it out. I didn't want to get phone calls or whatever. But the phone is awesome. The screen is beautiful, even though it's kind of shattered, and you can kind of see it when the screen's on. When I'm looking at it like this, I can't even see the crack. I only see it in the black area. And so videos and everything on this thing are stunning. I mean, just stunning. And to me, the camera footage on here, the camera review is up on this phone, so I'll try to remember the link in the description. If not, just search my channel and you'll see it. The camera footage that comes from here for this front-facing camera, it's a wide-angle camera, so the field of view is it's wide. There's a huge field of view with this device. Now, the front camera, I don't recall them saying it was a wide-angle camera, but it's definitely a wide-angle lens because I can have the phone less than an arm's length away and it still picks up a very wide field of view. And it's only a 5 megapixel with a f2.0 aperture, and it does very well. The rear camera records in 4K, and I think the 4K footage is really, really solid. It does have that fingerprint reader and photos on this thing come out pretty clear to me. I've got cameras that do better, but they cost 4 times the cost of this phone. That dual tone LED flash, you're pretty much getting what phone could iPhone 7 Plus or kind of iPhone 8 quality in my opinion. Well, I'll say iPhone 7 Plus. You're getting iPhone 7 Plus quality with this camera right here. This is a really solid camera. Some people have complained about the fingerprint reader being too high. Well, I have big hands, so I'm not even bothered by it. It doesn't bother me, but this is a big phone. Don't get me wrong. This is a huge phone. Let me grab. Here's the iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone 8 Plus is kind of a big phone. You can see how big this phone is. Here's the Note 8. The Note 8 is just a little shorter and definitely narrower. And I've already compared it to some other big phones, but I really enjoy this phone. Now, again, I am running Nova Launcher. I just put Nova Launcher. There wasn't a reason for me to put Nova Launcher. I just wanted to try it because one reason I did is because I have my stuff already set up with Nova Launcher. So I didn't want to move things around with the other one. I spent all that time moving it around. I thought, man, I could have just put my Nova Launcher on there and got the main applications that I wanted onto, in the order that I like. So that's the only reason that I'm kind of I use Nova Launcher at this point. But so let's check these boxes here. Battery life, banging. I mean, I would recommend this phone for battery life alone. The screen is a 1080p display, and it's the 16:9 ratio. So you're going to get all of the screen. I mean, this is an awesome screen. I'm telling you, video footage on here. It also has stereo speakers, and oh my gosh, man. Let me see if I can fire up a video here and get some I'll sample it for you here. Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Let's just go to one of my videos so I don't make anybody mad. Any kind of copywriting. Let's go to the iPhone X video. Stereo sound on here is good. Hey, I'm actually doing pretty good, guys. I lasted about a month and a half with an iPhone. This
hey guys,
quality
welcome back
is
to another
great.
video. It's your man Jay Will. So the iPhone 8 Plus, there it is. I decided to go ahead and start using my iPhone 8 Plus again. The iPhone 10 is a very solid phone, but I've used it since launch, and
I've enjoyed watching videos on this phone. It's just awesome. I mean, I just don't have any complaints about the screen on this thing. So more boxes to check off. Battery, definite win. Screen quality, stereo sound, performance. It has a Snapdragon 625 in here with 4 gigs of RAM. I mean, so we know that the 625 is definitely no slouch. I haven't done any gaming on here, but maybe I will in a final review. But for now, I mean, it has the 5 gigahertz band. It has the 5 gigahertz band, a fingerprint reader, Type-C, stereo speakers. I mean, a fantastic set of cameras. The build quality is good. And again, don't mind me with the shatter at the bottom. Don't let that deter you from buying the phone. It's a fantastic phone, folks. Plus this battery, I can't stress it enough. I haven't charged it yet. No lie, I've showed you there. Anybody who has this phone, you probably can vouch for me as well. This phone, depending on the user, can last a very long time. Very long time. And I know if it's lasting me, it's going to last for a long time with you guys. So this does run Android 7.1.1. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to get Android 8.0 because Xiaomi is doing pretty good with their updates. I've gotten several updates on here since I got the device. So I'm pretty happy with this, man. I mean, other than my mistake of dropping it out of my pocket, it's been good. Active noise cancellation mic on here is pretty solid. And again, if you haven't seen that video, I'll try to remember to link it down below. But right now, this is a win-win. This phone doesn't feel too big. I've been using it ever since, and I've just been enjoying it, man. I don't know what else to tell you about it. This is only I waited to do it at the week point. I think I've had it for about 8 days now, or maybe 10 days, but I gave you a 7-day straight through. So this is an awesome phone. I don't think you'll ever have anything to worry about battery with this thing. This is the new battery champ for sure. It's beating out the Moto Z Play. So, it's your man Jay Will. Stay tuned for more coverage on the Xiaomi Mi Max 2, and I'll see you in the next video.